Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Insurance Lounge with me, Tanya.
Me, Kristy.
We are your local insurance agent out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we are on a mission to make insurance a little less boring, more useful, and something you can actually feel confident about. So, today, what are we talking about, Christy?
Well, believe it or not, spring is coming. You wouldn't know it really today in our area,
Maybe
but
this
it is
weekend we can
coming.
feel it.
It's coming. It's coming. And weather's going to get warmer. People are going to be buying new boats and getting out on those boats that we have. So we want to talk about boat insurance today.
Awesome. And the one thing we really want to focus on today is when it comes to your boat insurance, you will typically see two type of policies, two type of loss settlement. I guess the people in the trade, that's the term they use, right?
Right.
So what are those two options that our
Well,
customers have?
you have agreed value and you have actual cash value. And that we're going to talk about why, but you really want to be sure that you know which one you have and that you have the one that's right for you.
Yeah, so let's dive right into it. So how does an actual cash value boat policy pay?
Yeah, so that is the new value of the boat minus the depreciation. So what that means in real talk, right, is what you're going to get at claim time in the payout on a claim could be far less than what you paid for the boat because you and I are both boat owners, Tanya, and we know this, right? Boats depreciate. They depreciate heavily. So, if you pay $80,000 for a boat, if you need to get $80,000 back out of it, you better make sure you've got an agreed value policy because depreciation on that is going to take that claims payout way further south than
Yeah,
$80,000 if it's been,
yeah.
4 or 5 years.
And the way you want to think of the actual cash value, because this is actually how it works on your auto insurance policy,
That's right.
right?
Yep.
So in case of a total loss, so we're talking about total losses here, same thing with your boat, right? The best thing you're going to get out of it at time when you have to settle the claim is going to be what what the depreciated factor will be, right? So
If you
let's
have that actual cash value policy, right.
that's right. So now, of course, so our listener probably can already guess agree value is you get
Yeah. You get
what you're
what you agree
promised.
on. Yep. What
That's
you
right.
insure it for.
Absolutely. So typically, guys, this option will be available if it's a newer boat, typically, right, Christy?
Right. Newer, higher value. And every carrier is going to be a little bit different and have some different guidelines of, about what's eligible for an agreed value policy. So our point here really is make sure of what you have. Agreed value is going to be more expensive because you do have that certainty of payout at claim time. If
Yeah.
you have a loan on your boat, if you have lots of upgrades that you've made to a boat, if it's newer and higher value, you want that agreed value policy, you're going to pay more for that. So, if what you want is that certainty of protection of your investment, you're going to have to pay more for that. And you just really need to ask the question up front and make sure that that's what you're paying for, that that's what you're getting.
Absolutely. And it really doesn't hurt to ask, right? Because one, we want you to know what you have, what you purchase. But two, we also want you to be aware if your boat is eligible, if you do have the options, what are those options and how can you get the agree value if you feel like that is something that you want to insure your boat for. So
Sure.
just keep that in mind. Talk to your agent about it. A lot of carriers, there are carriers out there, Chrissy, that I know that might even insure older boats at agree value. But just keep in mind, the carrier is going to have a lot of requirements in order for you to qualify for that. If your boat is out of like that, that age range that they're willing to offer the agree value. One of those requirements is often where you're required to complete a boat survey.
Survey,
So
sure.
right? So it's something that you have to pay out of pocket if you
Hmm.
want, your boat that was not like brand new. Maybe it's 20 years old, but it's still, you know,
It's still in great shape. You know, you've kept it out of the water. You've done all the things. It's more of a collector's item at this point. Agreed value still, might be what you want in that kind of scenario.
exactly. Or if, you were to purchase a pre-owned boat that might not be brand new, right? But it's not a cheap boat because
Hmm.
we know that, right, Christy? There are boats out there that is, pre-owned, but they are still 30, 40, $50,000, if not
Easily. Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So just check with your agent to make sure that you know what your options are, and that way you can insure your boat and have a good time on the water.
You got it. A good time comes a lot more easily, I think, when you have the peace of mind and that you're well protected. So, why don't we break this down? Just kind of do the side by side as an overview at the end here. And so, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Um, when is actual cash value going to be right? Right? It's
Yep.
it's right for a boat that is a lower value, but boat that some depreciation has happened on, and you're okay with assuming some of that risk of the loss. And if you're very, premium focused, if you want a lower premium, actual cash value might be the way to go.
That's right. Now, make sure you look into the agree value option. We highly recommend that. If the value of your boat is a little bit higher, right? We've seen boats that are $70,000. We've seen boat that is $150,000, and
Absolutely.
I've seen boat that is $800,000.
Hmm.
So, depending on what your situation is, but if your value of the boat is much higher, you have a note on it, make sure you get the agree value.
You got it.
All right, guys. If you found our episode today helpful, please like and follow. And if you have a friend that is a boater and a friend that is thinking of buying a boat that can use this information, please share.
And then ask them for a ride.
That's right.
Have
Now,
fun
and
out on the water, guys.
that's right. Put some sunscreen on and have a wonderful time. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.